In today's news, flash flood warnings lifted over the BVI. Inclement weather results in closures. Flooding highlights the fragile BVI infrastructure. Native Son Ferry encounters difficulties. BVI urged to be prepared for the upcoming hurricane season. And BVI is on alert following the measles cases in TCI. North Sound resident receives new home. HLSCC relaunches the Performing Arts series. And the BVI team prepares for World Cup qualifiers. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 6. Introducing Sheldon Fred, actor, film producer, writer. Daylon Vantapool, entrepreneur. Terrence Neal, creative director. Chad George, entrepreneur. Humphrey Liu, financial services professional. Jamali DJ Molly Thomas, sales manager. Kai DeCastro, entrepreneur. Dean the Sportsman Greenaway, journalist. St. Clair Steady Fleming, entrepreneur. Devon Caldwell, brand specialist. Robert Green, footballer. And Rick S.S. Grant, author, The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, coming June 5th, exclusively on 284 Media, inspiring a generation of greatness. Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Thursday, June 6th, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Thursday's wish to each and every one of you. I trust that you are all safe and fared the weather very well. Thank you so much for joining us. Getting our newscast, the flash flood warning that had been in effect for the Virgin Islands since early Thursday morning was discontinued around 11:30 a.m. as heavy rains finally began to subside across the territory. The lingering system brought torrential downpours and thunderstorms to the island over 24 to 36 hours of the time span, with some areas receiving up to 5 inches of rainfall. The saturated ground conditions and intense rain rates prompted concerns about flash flood warnings. On Thursday morning, of course, the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services issued a flash flood warning for low-lying and flood-prone areas of the British Virgin Islands until about 10:30 a.m. Moderate to major flooding was occurring or imminent across the territory due to the already heavy rainfall. The Department of Disaster Management had urged residents to avoid non-essential travel until the showers subsided. Warning of flooding, potential rockfalls, and other road hazards continued. A flash flood advisory had also been in effect since Wednesday evening. Now, while the threat of the flash flood has passed, residents are still being advised to use caution when traveling, as debris, rockfalls, and isolated areas of high water may remain. Motorists should drive slowly and avoid impacted roadways. The ground remains saturated, so any additional heavy rainfall could renew flooding concerns over the next few days. And as a result of the adverse weather conditions that affected the British Virgin Islands earlier today impacted the operations of several businesses, organizations, and schools, prompting closures, postponements, and opening delays. All government offices were physically closed except for essential workers. The Office of the Deputy Governor issued a press release to all public officers informing them of the decision, noting that all departments were to activate the full remote learning policy. Now, senior managers and department heads were also asked to activate office contingency plans and secure all offices. The BVI Bank Association announced the closure of the Bank of Asia, CIBC, Caribbean, First Caribbean, National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Republic Bank, and VP Bank to the public as of earlier today. However, Banco Popular was open to the public from 12 p.m. with limited branch services. The Terence B. Lettsome International Airport on Beef Island remained functional. However, the runway was temporarily closed due to the weather conditions, which impacted visibility. Managing Director of the BVI Airports Authority, Mr. Kurt Manal, provided the update, noting that airlines were consequently impacted as a result. The BVI Ports Authority informed the public of the closure of its offices. In a bulletin, it informed residents that cargo collection was limited until 1 p.m. for both Port Purcell and Virgin Gorda. All ferry ports remained opened. Speedy's ferry services announced an adjustment in their schedule for today. The regular Road Town service was canceled, but the company informed its customers that the Beef Island service will operate its regular schedule with adjustments made to the final trip. To facilitate those affected by the cancellation, Speedy's announced a complimentary bus ride from Road Town at 12 p.m. that connected with the 1 p.m. Beef Island boat. The final trip from Virgin Gorda was 5:30 p.m. and the last boat from Beef Island departed at 6:30 p.m. All public schools in the British Virgin Islands were also closed. The Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Orlando Crabb, issued the notice to parents and staff this morning, emphasizing that the directive follows advice from the Department of Disaster Management. She said this decision, and I quote, is to ensure the safety of our students and staff as heavy rainfall and thunderstorms are expected to impact the territory throughout the day. Mrs. Crabb also highlighted that to ensure continued learning, teachers were required to ensure assignments via online platforms. As a result of the closure, CXC and CSEX examinations were also postponed. The Ministry of Financial Services, Labor and Trade informed the public that the BVI Business Banking Expo, which was scheduled today at the Treasure Isle restaurant, has been postponed. Further notice on the new scheduled date of the expo will be forthcoming. The torrential rainfall experienced throughout the British Virgin Islands on Wednesday and today, Thursday, has once again highlighted the weakening infrastructure of the territory, from overflowing guts to excessive landslides and damaged roadways. The slightest natural disasters seem to constantly keep painting the BVI infrastructure as moving backwards. Throughout the days, excavators were seen clearing the roadways of debris in various districts. In the first district, Dr. the Honorable Carl Dawson left his home to assist in clearing of the road debris in Carrot Bay. Now, the flash floods were experienced across the territory and affected all districts, leaving many of the roads impassable. Roads such as the one in the area of Packwood Pond was one of the many examples that became impassable due to the extreme weather. Now, reports also indicate that flooding occurred in Towers, Seagrouse Bay, Prospect Reef, as well as Carrot Bay. The call for improved infrastructure has been a cry from residents throughout the territory. Even our lawmakers seem to constantly speak about it, but to date, there has been no significant improvement as it pertains to the infrastructure of the Virgin Islands. Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, addressed residents during a cleaning exercise on Tortola.
We are just encouraging persons. We had a lot of rain in the past 24 hours. We know the hillsides is prone for slippage. We encourage persons, motorists, to stay off the roads if they're not needing to be on the road. And we are asking persons to be very careful out there. We've been out from early doing our assessment. This is one example of the hillside slipping. We've had engaged a public works team to come out and try to make the road a bit clear so that persons could be able to traverse safely. But we'll continuing our assessment. We've been in dialogue with the district representatives. We've heard from residents. We're seeing where we had some retaining walls that slipped in. We had floodings, quite a lot of rain. I'm not sure how much rain fall over the last 24 hours, but it's still drizzling a little bit. And like I say, we know that the government offices are closed. We're encouraging persons to stay off the road while we continue to do our cleanups. And we'll get to you at some point, and we just want you to be safe out there.
Director of the Public Works Department, Mr. Jeremy Hodge, also addressed residents and encouraged persons to stay off the road unless necessary.
Just as the minister said, we're out here clearing up the roads. We have been doing our preparations for the Atlantic hurricane season. It would seem as though that began in May opposed to June. Again, I just want to reinforce that persons, if you don't need to be on the road, don't. We do, of course, have to keep the primary roads open for emergency purposes, fire, ambulance, Red Cross, police services, and so on. We're going to have quite a bit of machines out, and it will help us to be able to do our jobs more efficiently if we don't have unnecessary motor vehicles on the roads. We want everyone to stay safe and stay dry. If we're missing something happens along the way, landslide, blockage of main guts, drains, email us with those images at pwd.gov.bg. That's pwd.gov.bg.
One more time for those in the back.
pwd.gov.bg. Okay, take a picture with the location. When you take a picture, don't zoom right into the thing, but give us an idea of the area so we can see where that image is coming from.
The Native Son Express ferry faced an unexpected setback during its journey this afternoon. While the specifics of the incident remain unclear, initial reports indicate that the ferry experienced issues while on the water. Fortunately, no injuries were reported among the passengers or crew on board the vessel. Reports reaching 284 Media stated that the New Horizon ferry was in the vicinity and promptly responded to assist the troubled Native Son Express ferry. Our news team's cameras captured footage of the New Horizon ferry towing the Native Son Express ferry to safety at the West End Ferry Terminal. Now, based on the Native Son Express ferry schedule, it is believed that the ferry was likely on its return trip from Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas to Tortola when the incident occurred. They said, and I quote, "All passengers were safely transferred to another ferry and our vessel is safely in port. We are thankful to who came to our assistance and we wish everyone a safe and enjoyable evening." Moving right along, viewers, we have much news on the local scene after a quick commercial break.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream, and then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hop. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. With the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season now underway as of June 1st, residents of the Virgin Islands are being advised to make preparedness a top priority. His Excellency Governor Daniel Pruce addressed the matter in a recent statement at the official start of the season.
The hurricane season has arrived, and by now you have probably heard that the 2024 hurricane season outlooks are above average. Forecasters differ somewhat on the precise number of named storms and hurricanes they expect. But there is broad agreement that between the warm sea temperatures, the expected absence of wind shear that would tend to inhibit storm formation, and other factors, we can expect the Atlantic to generate a high level of storm activity this year. As a territory, we take careful note of the forecasts. We know that it only takes one storm here to have a terrible impact. And this is why, regardless of the number of storms in any given outlook, we will rely on lessons from previous hurricane seasons.
Bruce noted that among those key lessons in the importance of preparing homes, families, and emergency plans well in advancing of any storm watches or warnings being issued, gathering essential documents like passports, insurance records, and financial information is another critical step that he noted.
First, we know that being prepared early and staying ready throughout the season is the best course of action. This means that now is the time to make or update emergency plans, prepare your property, assemble emergency supplies, and take other preparedness measures as needed. Please do not wait until a storm or hurricane watch is issued to begin this process. At best, that would mean you and your family will be rushed and stressed. At worst, it may leave you with not enough time to fully protect yourselves. Second, it is important to gather and review essential family documents. Passports, home and insurance documents, and financial records should all be protected and accessible. Ideally, we should all have digital backups of these documents as well, so that they can be quickly replaced if they become damaged.
Perhaps most importantly, the governor emphasized the role of the entire community and their role in playing as well as supporting one another throughout the hurricane season.
I know it has been a very challenging few years for this community, and there are many among us that need support to be ready for the next storm or hurricane. If you can, please reach out through your churches, community service groups, village associations, and other networks to assist persons in need this season. Likewise, if you find yourself in need of assistance, I hope you will put safety above pride and seek out help early. I hope that we will have a safe hurricane season.
The hurricane season runs through November 30th. Regardless of the number of storms that form, residents are being urged to take the potential threats seriously and prepare accordingly. 2 confirmed cases of measles in the Turks and Caicos Islands have prompted the British Virgin Islands Ministry of Health and Social Development to take immediate action to safeguard the territory. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Ronald George has expressed the seriousness of the situation and emphasized, noting that the outbreak in the Turks and Caicos Islands serves as a wake-up call for the entire region. Dr. George has expressed concern over the compound risk posed by the ongoing Cricket World Cup, which is expected to attract thousands of visitors in the region, including areas with more poor immunization coverage. Now, response, in addition to that, the potential threat, of course, the ministry has convened several stakeholder meetings following the discovery of the measles cases in early May. An initial meeting was held on May 21st with public sector pediatricians, public health nurses, and, of course, infection control practitioners to formulate a response strategy. Another meeting took place on May 31st with the Education and Social Development Departments to address concerns about measles and other communicable diseases in schools as well as daycares. To further ensure the territory's readiness, Dr. George has said a measles update WebEx is scheduled for June 11th that aims to provide comprehensive information on critical presentations, treatment, and complications of measles as well as public health requirements, immunization, infection control, surveillance, and reporting protocols. He said the WebEx will be simulcast live via the government's Facebook page to a broader audience. Measles, of course, is known for its high contagiousness potential, with a single case capable of resulting in some 15 to 20 secondary cases. The MMR vaccine is highly effective in preventing the disease, with a single dose being some 95% effective in preventing clinical measles and 92% effective in preventing secondary cases among household contacts. Measles typically presents as an influenza-like illness with 2 to 4 days of viral symptoms before the appearance of an actual rash. Now, the rash generally starts around the face and behind the ears, then spreads across the body, developing into a generalized red rash that lasts up to 3 to 7 days before gradually fading away. Dr. Georges reassured the public that childhood vaccines are readily available from all pediatricians in the territory and through the BVI Health Services Authority. Primary health clinics as well are urged. Of course, they are available, and he urged parents to ensure their children are vaccinated to protect them and the wider community from the spread of the measles virus. Ms. Gladette Walters of North Sound Virgin Gorda is the latest recipient of a social home provided by the Ministry of Health and Social Development. She received the keys to her new residence through the ministry's Housing Recovery Assistance Program, a project initiated in response to the devastating hurricanes of Irma and Maria. Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, expressed his delight at the handover ceremony, congratulating Ms. Walters on becoming a homeowner. He encouraged her to cherish and maintain her new home with care and affection. Wheatley also took time and opportunity to commend his ministry's team for their unwavering commitment to assisting residents, especially those on the sister islands. They have done a great deal of work in ensuring that Ms. Walters and other residents across the territory benefit from this program. We have been doing these social homes all over the Virgin Islands, in Anegada, Jos Van Dyke, Virgin Gorda, and of course on Tortola, and we intend to continue. Therefore, he said, I am pleased to hand over yet another house this year and also another house on one of our sister islands. Ms. Walters expressed her profound gratitude for the new home, acknowledging the significant positive impact it has had on her life. She said, and I quote, I am deeply grateful for my new social home that means so much to me, and I want to thank everyone who has made it possible. This, she said, has truly transformed my life. Since its inception, the Housing Recovery Assistance Program has successfully built more than 27 homes and repaired over 200, providing crucial support to the residents of the Virgin Islands as they rebuild their lives post-hurricanes. The program continues to play a vital role in the recovery and development of the territory, ensuring that vulnerable individuals and families have access to safe and secure housing. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on the local scene, for over 2 decades, the Performing Arts series at the H. Lavie Stout Community College has been a heartbeat of cultural expression in the British Virgin Islands. As the series enters into its 23rd year, it celebrates a significant milestone with a renewed commitment to the arts and the local community. Coordinator for the Auditorium and Special Events, Mrs. Sophia Smith, explained that the Performing Arts series is not just a series of performances It is an institution that matters profoundly to the cultural landscape of the British Virgin Islands. Mrs. Smith also said the HLSCC Performing Arts Series serves as a testament to the power of the art in fostering understanding, unity, and appreciation for the diverse cultural heritage that defines our community. As we step into our 23rd year, she said, the relaunch of the Performing Arts Series signifies a new chapter, a commitment to reimagining, celebrating, and furthering this artistic legacy that has defined our community for over 2 decades. In line with their commitment to artists, HLSCC introduced a new opportunity for leading creators to produce individual performances engage under the umbrella of the Performing Arts Series. Now, viewers, this initiative aims to bring performance projects to life within the grandeur of the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium, fostering and elevating the artistic endeavors of local talent. The first event is to be supported as part of the 23rd anniversary relaunch will, of course, feature the artistic performances of the Elevated Dance Company, and featured artists such as the production titled Human Nature will be performed on the 13th and 14th of July at 7 p.m. at the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium. Saria Smith, a director of Human Nature, explained that through the artistry of dance, the power of music, and the beauty of poetry, the performances are mesmerizing, exploring a movement inspired by elements of nature. She also said, and I quote, featuring local talent, this production promises to be a thought-provoking journey through the highs and lows of the human experience and challenges the very essence of human existence, inviting the audience to reflect on life's complexities and, of course, the mysteries in a truly unique and unforgettable way. Tickets for Human Nature are available to purchase at the Cedar Cafe and E&B convenience store. Regular admission is $50, while VIP access is $100. VIP includes priority seating and a pre-show soiree, and features a meet and greet, craft cocktails, as well as tapas. The British Virgin Islands men's senior football team is gearing up for a significant challenge as they face Guatemala in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds on Saturday, June 8th at 3 p.m. In an exclusive interview with 284 Media, head coach Chris Kumaya shared his insights on the team's preparations and, of course, the upcoming match. Now, viewers, he noted while it may be a difficult match facing Guatemala, which is ranked in the top 10 of the CONCACAF rankings, the team is looking forward to battle.
For the game, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a very, very difficult match, playing against a team that's in the top 10 of the CONCACAF rankings. But we look forward to it, That's just something that we wanted to do since I've come as head coach, is bring all the big teams to the island and try to qualify, to the next round in every competition that we do.
The team has been working tirelessly in the lead up to this crucial game. Coach Kumwa emphasized the importance of rigorous training and strategic planning to maximize their challenges and chances to win against a formidable opponent.
Well, look, listen, we just, the players come in, just see where the fitness levels are and prepare as much as we can for the game, Listen, our expectation is to try going there. We're not expected to win, but we are expected to compete and make it difficult for them if we can. So hopefully we might be able to do that, with the people on the island behind us. Who knows what might happen.
Captain Kevon Troy Christopher expressed his excitement and called for local support to rally behind the team. He said having the BVI community support provides a tremendous home advantage and urged all to come out and cheer on the team.
Yeah, it's always a blessing to play in front of our home crowd, As you said before, and I said in many interviews in the past, the crowd helps us to get you to the finish line, especially this upcoming game, which is one of a big game. I have the team played Guatemala before, but I was absent in the past, so for me, playing them for the first time is actually a big game for me, and I know it's going to be a big game for the other guys as well. So the crowd helped us in many games in the past, and I know they're going to give us that energy on the 8th to give us that energy to finish the game strongly as well.
The National League's top goal scorer, Hugo Costa Zevero, also shared his enthusiasm fresh off leading his Wolves team to their first national championships. Hugo is determined to bring this exceptional form to Saturday's game.
Absolutely, that's the goal. We're all very excited for what's to come. 2 important matches ahead of us. The first one on the 8th, as you said. So everyone is getting ready to fulfill their role, and the goal is to win the match. So we'll do our very best to achieve that.
Okay, and I do know it was just recently that you made your debut at the national level. So far, how has it been in terms of representing your country?
It's fantastic. Managed to help the team with a goal on the first game, which was very special. We'll never forget that day. And the second game was an important win for us, which put us where we are now. So we want to continue with the good form and with the victories, for as long as we can, obviously.
Azani Colwood, who played a crucial role in the team's penalty shootout victory over the USVI in their last game, is equally excited. He said he is grateful for every opportunity to contribute to the team's efforts.
Me right now, I'm still young on the team, so my time coming and I just waiting patiently. Every day, every game got a little more minutes and stuff, and just working up to be a starter eventually in the men's team. But right now, I just, the coach have the best plan for me, and that is just to be patient, and when my time is right, I'm going to get my minutes and stuff.
The match promises to be a thrilling encounter, with live coverage available exclusively on CCT Live, channel 284. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for our daily news updates at 284media.com and on our WhatsApp channel, where you will receive daily updates, as well as like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Happy Thursday. Goodbye.